Yo, what's good, guys? It's Beach. Today, I have a really important video for you guys. This is how you're going to play a whole lot faster. Nobody really talks about this idea, but every high level player does it. Anybody above 1800 is doing this constantly. Again, nobody talks about this. I've looked online to even see if people are talking about this, but I haven't really found anything about this. So today, we're going to talk about anticipation and what that means and what that is in Rocket League. What does anticipation mean to you? Maybe you pause the video and think about it. Maybe as soon as I said the word, you're already thinking about what does anticipation mean? To me, it's making an educated guess. And in Rocket League, it's making an educated guess and positioning accordingly, okay? If you're diamond or champ, you start to understand the game enough to kind of get an idea of how momentum works and how people's touches work and how kind of consistency works within the game. So even if you're diamond or champ, you can anticipate very well. This will help you position faster. This will help you move faster. If you feel like you don't know where to go, this will help you kind of get to that specific spot faster and just take over lobbies. This helped me a ton. Again, every high-level player does this. Any player that plays sports probably does this as well, too. I play basketball and soccer. I know anticipations are in that game. We make anticipations based off of maybe opponent's positioning, maybe teammates' positioning, right? I could think of a couple of scenarios, but what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys what it looks like in Rocket League today. I would love for this video nothing more than to blow up because it'll help a ton of people play a ton of fast. So like, comment, share your kind of experience. Maybe you went and grinded a couple of games and came back and you're like, wow, this really helped me. Maybe you have questions. Maybe you have your own opinions on this. Please share that. However, we're going to go over what a lower level player does and how they don't anticipate. And this is going to be very simple, very straightforward. So this is what a lower ranked player does. And this is going to be the most basic line example. They're going to say, where is this going to go? Oh, it's going over here. Okay. And then they'll shoot, right? A higher level player will hit the ball here and understand that it's going to come over here, so they're there early, ready to shoot, right? And that's a very simple thing. Well, they're like, yeah, the ball's going to come off the wall, right? Let's go into a replay of mine. We're going to be in about 1600 probably. I don't know. I'm about GC too. We haven't really played this game a whole lot lately. We're just getting back into it. We'll just watch it, whatever. Let's get straight to this, all right? So we're going to talk about anticipation. We might watch a high-ranked game. We might watch a low-ranked game of people not anticipating at all. I don't want this video to be too long. I probably won't even play. If you guys want me to play the game and talk about anticipation, great. I can do so in the next video. This concept is so important. Do not click off this video unless you understand what is going on here, please. This is for your own sake. I don't necessarily care about views, but for people's improvement, I've seen so many people struggle with this in my recent coaching sessions. You guys need to think about anticipation. This will help you stop autopiloting. This will help you play faster. This will help you carry lobbies. Let's get to it. Let's see how I anticipate. So what do I do here? Instead of getting up and aggressive in his face, instead of diving for this, I say he's going to hit the ball first. I'm going to get beat, so I just back up. I say, whatever, I'm gone. I don't even need to worry about anything because I know he's going to beat me to it. So I play back. I dive here, get dusted. That was a terrible play by me. Why is this a bad play by me? We don't even need to go into this, but basically I decide I'm going to play second man and then I dive out as first. That was dumb. I decided to play back and then I cheat up. That was stupid, right? So that's a bad example of anticipation. Other than me backing up there was actually pretty good. That is 100% my fault. I could have played that substantially better. So this is a great example of anticipation here. And this is a good example of why it can go wrong sometimes, but it's not necessarily on you. So what happens here is I see the entire field play out off this kickoff. And I say, okay, my teammate has boost. That's awesome. That's sick. I'm going to go demo last man. Why? Because I know their person that kicked it off is out of position, right? So anticipating that my teammate's going to jump up and hit the ball, right? Predicting and reacting to your prediction. Oh, well, he whiffed. Can I get back in time? Easily, right? I drop all the way back. Maybe I shouldn't have. He has full control. But look how we square up here. So what am I doing here that's so just wild? I'm squaring up based off where he's angled. I'm almost mirroring his angle because that's the direction he's heading, right? And then since I see his teammate across the field and the way he's positioned, I anticipate a pass. So I am ready to intercept the passing lane. So let's see how I do this. A great challenge. I'm not ready for that if I'm not anticipating that. That's a terrible shot. We're getting back into the game, so any missed mechanics or just dumb decisions, let's just chill with. So here's the big thing. This is going to be a little bit higher level of one. Right, we're racing back. Vroom, vroom, vroom. The ball's in the smoke right now. So I don't expect this opponent to really dive this. I'm expecting him to kind of feel the situation out because he can't see the ball super well, nor can I. So both of us are kind of just waiting to feel this out. So I don't pre-jump. I don't do anything stupid. I just kind of anchor down. And that's why I get to go here. What happens here? Why do I dive? Let's talk about it. The way he squares up to the ball, as soon as I see this right here, that is me anticipating what? A cut. So I'm just going to dive. He's trying to cut. That's when you want to dive. When they're cutting, they don't have control of the ball. So we get a goal, I think. Maybe. I don't remember this very well. Yeah, we do get a goal. Again, I see the way he positions, what he wants to do, right? He looks like he wants to cut, so we dive on it, right? If he didn't do that, that dive would have been dumb. So I go back here. I square up. Why? So let's talk about why I go so high up on the wall here. And this is anticipation. I anticipate that he's going to hit it up. As soon as I realize he doesn't, I'm in an okay spot still. But if he did hit that, I dust him to the ball after. And see, we're still in an okay spot. I think that was an abysmal first. Yeah, it was. All right, let's see what we got here. So we're playing a safe second. That is such bad gameplay. However, we're in the right spot. Why? Because I start to kind of creep out, and then I'm just like, yo, he's going to hit it anyway. I'm covering the net. I'm covering anything except this, apparently, which, again, this is like my... I think this is my second grind back, so we're rusty. Why do I hit it over there? To keep it away from the opponents, right? Let's go over that. Both opponents just flew by me, so why do I just clear it to the left side of the field? Because it's open. Another. Why don't I hit that? It's anticipation, right? This player is racing up his fucking backboard at Mach 5, goes to the ceiling. I'm expecting a dive, so what do? I'm just like, okay, whatever. What's he anticipating? Me to jump and hit the ball, right? Fake the wall play, right? We're playing everything nice here. That's a disgustingly bad first touch. Ignore the, like, all of it. So why are we creeping over this way? You could say, well, Beach, it's a 2v1. Why are you creeping this way? Think about it. Who's going to get to this ball first? My opponent or my teammate? It's that simple. So I say, okay, I got to drop back. A lot of players that I coach would not drop back here initially. Now we drop back. We're in a safe second. We're already in the spot we wanted to be, where if I didn't drop back immediately, we'd still be racing here. Now this ball is a way easier angle. I still get a 50. Great race by the opponent to get to that ball quickly, right? He did a great job. I'm playing kind of slow. I'm playing a little sluggish. We're getting back into the flow of this stuff, right? It's all right, though. We clear that down the line. It should be an awkward catch for him, but he does a great job, right? I take 100 because my teammate has 100. Look how I'm positioning. Where am I going? How fast am I going? Who's hitting the ball, right? Why am I moving supersonic speed from the right side to the left of this left side of the field? Because of the way the opponent is positioned. Do you see how he flew across from down here? There's only really an angle that he can hit, and it's like over here. So that's why we get to position there. So we get to be there a little earlier, right? Now I can intercept this play based off of me thinking about where he's going to hit the ball. And I'm not even doing a great job anticipating anything. Why? Well, that's because I'm coming back to the game. I'm a little sluggish. I'm a little slow. We'll get the flow back. Why do I fake challenge? Because he has control. Not a whole lot of control, but he did have enough where I didn't want to dive. That's a, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how if we won this game. I don't think we did, but I don't know how if we do. Yeah, we don't deserve this win, bro. Oh my god. I have 4 shots on that. Again, that's how we can get shots on that. So let's talk about what happens here. I go for boost. Why? Why do I go for boost here after this? We see the opponent take this corner. So I say, okay, he's going to take a corner. I have time to get this now. I got to race back on pads, which is fine. I do a pretty bad job anticipating this. This is more of a reaction. That was bad by me. Fake challenge because I don't want to overcommit. Dive. Chase down. I check for the opponent. I look. I say, you know what? I think he's going to go. I just square up to save it. That's a terrible first. Oh, my. Watching my gameplay back hurts. All right. I don't know if I would have been there. But even then, you guys can see I'm what? I'm what rank right now? What rank are we sitting in? Like GC2? Yeah, like mid to low GC2. And I'm not really struggling a whole lot here. It looks like I'm struggling a lot, but I'm in the places I need to be based off of anticipation, right? Right? Nice. Now the opponent has a ball. Why do I position over here? Based off of the way he positions, right? A lot of players would go chase him down. A lot of players would get up in his face. The way he cuts this ball, he wants to go to the right side of the field, so I'm going to go over here. And even if he goes right down the middle, I'm still right here. I'm back. I'm safe. I'm cool. Look for the opponent. Make sure we're aware. Why do I leave? Because I assume that he's going to hit it. And so what that he doesn't and I bailed out? That's a safer play, right? Assume that he's going to hit the ball. It looks like he could go for it there, but he doesn't. So I just like, yeah, whatever, I'm out. I got to go all the way back because I'm dead zeros. It happens. The hard one to anticipate. Again, my mechanics are trash. I think we win the game there, maybe. My mechanics are trash. Let's talk about it. My mechanics are trash. I'm not really anticipating a whole lot. Why am I sitting in 1600? It's because I am anticipating a good chunk, and that's why I'm able to keep up in these lobbies when I'm still moving pretty slow and having these atrocious first touches. And the AFF. Okay, that's anticipation. We're going to do something that's a little different. Somebody liked this reference, by the way, and we'll go over this really fast. But let's go over it really fast. There's basically the way people play this game is like this. They sit here and they watch a marble go down a marble track, let's say. And they're sitting here and they're like, when the person's squaring up to hit the ball, let's take an example. Like this. Where do we think the ball's going to go? It's going to go over here in the corner, right? The way people watch marble tracks is almost like this, where they're just like, I don't know why there's 150 hours on the screen. Sorry. Oh, that's for Siege. But they're like, whoa, is the ball going to... No way. The ball is going to end up here? That's insane. I don't believe it. I don't think the ball will end up here. Oh my God, it did. And then they see this little red section there. It's like, there's no way the ball ends up there, right? Oh my God, it does. Is it going to go through the hole there too? No, that's insane. We play Rocket League like that. We're sitting here watching the ball and we're like, I have no idea where it's going to go. This is crazy. I have no idea what's going to happen. And then you're like, no, the ball's going over here in the corner. Wait, really? No, right? And then like when somebody power hits the ball too, and I'm like squaring up because I'm getting ready to make a save here, right? I'm already getting ready for the double tap. I'm not surprised when it's like hit by the opponent. I'm not like, oh, the opponent hit that. No, we assume the opponent's gonna hit it semi that direction. Why? Because of the way the ball's moving, the way the opponent's jumping, right? The opponent's moving from right to left. The ball's moving from right to left. Odds are if he hits it this way, it'll be fast. If he hits it slow, we don't have to position. Or if he hits it this way, it's going to be a lot slower. We don't have to position that way. And then I'm like, I'm not caught out. Obviously, my first touch makes it look like I'm completely shocked by that. But my first touches are something we don't need to really be discussing as of right now. Of course, it plays the marble track instead of my music. Same thing here, like the 50 there, I'm just like, okay, if I dive this, it's bad. So what do I think he's going to do? I think he's going to cut it now at this point. Why? Because he goes around the ball. So I'm not like, oh, he cut it. I'm just like, yeah, I know he's going to cut that based off his movements. Then he's looking to catch it. So when I go here, I'm like, it's obvious that he wants to catch it. Why? Because somebody's up in his face and he's not jumping, right? Like, as soon as I see the ball coming back down to him right now, I'm just going to dive, because it's not like I'm like, oh my God, he's trying to catch that. No, obviously he's trying to catch that with his car staying on the ground. He's squared under the indicator of the ball. So obviously he's trying to catch it. So let's go over high-level replays so you don't have to watch my gameplay again. And see how a player like Nopo anticipates. And if you want to gain anything more from this video, I think I've explained the concept well enough where you can go watch your own replays and be like, dang, I didn't anticipate there, right? Right before the opponent or your teammate hits the ball, say, was I positioning to where I think they were going to hit it? And if you answer it no 80% of the time, even if you answer it no 30% of the time, you can work on it. Like that replay that I just played out, I played atrociously. My first touches were ass, my anticipation was ass, but that's the cool part. I'm coming back to the game after like what, 6, 7, 8 months. Maybe I played a little bit of keyboard and mouse in the meantime, but not like competitively. So then watch your own replay, and I promise you this is what helped me a ton. To watch a replay or two from this website, from this YouTube channel, and watch how they anticipate things. It's insane. Anyway, why do I speak? Let's watch what happens here. You ready? And I'm gonna point out every time he anticipates. This is already him anticipating. Immediately. He doesn't take this off the wall immediately. Why? Because the opponent's racing up the wall. He knows. Look, he's watching this. His eyes are right here right now. Watching this opponent to see what he does. He's anticipating his opponent's movement. He thinks his opponent wants to jump off, and now he freezes his opponent on the wall because he didn't make a decision, and now he gets to go. Now it's a different... Now this player has to rotate out, and he's now attacking a different player based off of that play. Great play by him. So he covers net first. He anticipates a pinch or a play on net. So instead of just racing to a corner, as soon as he sees a player jump, he says, I got to try to at least cover somewhat of the net. Goes back. Why is he all the way out here? What are we doing? Well, he's anticipating his teammate getting it to him. Yes, they probably do. They're on the same RLCS team. However, he sees the way his angle of his teammate was going, and now he's he figures his teammate's going to be coming up the field. Rotates out, right? Maybe he felt like he made the wrong prediction, and I think he did. I think he was expecting his teammate to, maybe dodge the ball to him. Why would we assume that, why we anticipate that? Opponent's challenging him here, right? His teammate's here facing him so he could just flip the ball over to him. That's probably what he's thinking. Oh no, you predicted wrong. That's part of it. You're in an okay spot. The thing about this is when you predict wrong, you're not really caught out because you're predicting, right? If you react wrong, that's when you're in a really bad spot because you have zero time to do anything after if you're just reacting to everything. Be proactive, make predictions, react to your predictions. A lot of the times your predictions will be right, sometimes you'll be wrong, and it'll be okay. I don't know how that went in. Nice. I didn't watch the shot, so to be fair. Open net, nice, cool, awesome, fun. We'll watch like half of this. I'm thinking of doing RL grinds on controller. If you guys want to watch, let me know. I'm gladly gonna start doing that. If you guys want to watch KVM, I don't like KVM. We can talk about that another time. But if you guys want to watch me play controller Rocket League again, I'm starting to stream it. I will gladly make videos on it. So look at this. Look at the way he positions here. He positions aggressively. As soon as he sees the opponent pre-jumping, he thinks it's going to go bad. He's positioning incredibly aggressively across the middle waiting. But as soon as he sees, watch how fast he reacts to this player flying into his screen. He immediately, before the 50 even happens, he's already positioned in a spot to play that. Or to at least position to help. That's a really good touch. Again, sometimes you make bad plays, you get dusted, right? It's okay. But he was in such a good spot that it makes the opponent play it really awkward, right? Nice try on the bump, really. Once again, I'm all the way back. But he sees the opponent. He anticipates the opponent's going to dunk his teammate. Let's see how he plays this. Amazing anticipation. Knows the opponent's coming out at him fast, right? Says, okay, this guy's really creeping up. I'm just going to play it quick. He kind of reacts, but he kind of just anticipates. Okay, the opponent's still going supersonic speed. He might come out. Good anticipation, right? Why does he dive this? The opponent's letting it come to the ground here, and he sees that, so he gets to go for free, right? That's why he goes. Says, oh, I get to go there, right? It's a little bit of reacting, but it's also anticipation, right? If the opponent double jumps that off the ground, he doesn't get to go, right? But since the opponent goes to the ground, he anticipates the opponent is going for a ground to air dribble, right? Rather than like a cut or something, right? Because if this opponent lets the ball hit his car instead of the ground, it's a cut. But since he's going ground with the ball, Nopo gets to assume / anticipate he's going to try to bounce the ball back up and take it up into the air, so he gets to go early, and that's exactly what happened. The kid lands upside down on his car over there. I love this from him, too. He's really skeptical, because you want to see he wants to cheat up again. A couple of times you see him reposition, but he sees the opponent chasing his teammate, so he anticipates, what's the opponent trying to do? Trying to bump my teammate. So he just plays a safe spot. He's totally good here. Nice play by the opponent there, honestly. Yeah, I was going to say that was a really good 50 by the opponent. Kept the momentum up, got to go to the corner there. That was a really good play. Oh, he's going for a fast cheat. I love high-level Rocket League. Look at how he repositions multiple times, right? So we're cheating up in the mid. We go back here. Why? Because he's anticipating a 50. So he's getting ready for the 50. Sees the 50 doesn't really happen. So he's like, starts to kind of creep over here more because of now this player. Right? Because he's like, well, that player's going to hit it. And he's not positioning to go middle. He's positioning for the clear. And then it's just a goal. Great. But every little movement he does there, he's anticipating an opponent to hit it or contest his teammate, right? It's not just reacting. It's not like he's just sitting in the same spot waiting. I'm surprised he didn't try to doink it, but what do I know? Drops back, goes forward, drops back, gets dusted. And this is where he's kind of caught reacting. This happens to everybody, right? He hears the opponent, though, behind him, right? So that's the problem. He's trying to avoid a demo. He's not supersonic speeding up the field, back the field, because he doesn't know what's going to happen in the air there. This opponent gets the catch. I think he's trying to avoid the demo. I could be wrong here. It could just be him not anticipating, right? Not really anticipating the opponent's catch and then cut across. Nice bump. That's a really good challenge. Why is that such a good challenge? Because he sees that touch there, right? The way he sees his opponent square up to the ball, he's not trying to, it doesn't look like he's trying to clear it, more so like trying to catch it. So he gets to go here. That's a really smart challenge. That's a really, really smart challenge. I didn't see that at first, to be honest, but seeing that back, now that I watched it, it looks like the opponent's trying to catch it, because if you wanted to clear it, you'd side flip it immediately. Let's watch like one more minute. This is a high-scoring game. No one's really playing a whole lot of good defense. Gets into aggressive spot middle. Is that just another goal? Okay. It's a fiesta, bro. Why did he dodge away from the ball there? Let's talk about it. He sees this opponent coming in. He's anticipating this player going to try to demo him, which is exactly what happens. Read it perfectly. Right? He doesn't react last second to it and is like, whoa, I got demoed there? There's no way, right? He predicts and then reacts. It's a great shot. Let's talk about it. His teammate obviously can't get back to this. Maybe he actually can if he used all his boost. But he sees what happens here, right? He's dropping back. He's still going back. His teammate has 100 boost on the backboard, but why is he going back? He's anticipating the dunk. Anticipates wrong. Welcome to Rocket League. Then he starts to go up, gets ready. Maybe uses a little boost, but that's because he's trying to predict. Then he sees how far his teammate's off. He gets to go, right? Great. Awesome. Cool. He sees that it's not the best first either. And the way he gets off the ball, he just predicts what's happening and reacting. That's more of a little bit of a reaction, right? You see that your teammate gets a bad touch, then you get to go here. I hope you guys get the concept. If you guys don't, please reach out to me in the comments. Maybe you can reach out to me in Discord if you need to. I got a Discord server down in the description. Coaching with the Heart if you want to join the coaching giveaway. I need to start doing those, so this is going to be the first one back. Yeah, Coaching with the Heart if you want to join the coaching giveaway. If you guys gained anything of value, please like the video, subscribe. I think the big thing for me on this idea, again, is that nobody talks about this in any capacity. Anticipation, predict what's going to happen and react to your predictions. Do not just sit there and react at face value. Don't sit here and be the player that does this. Where's the ball going to go? Oh, it goes up in the air. I don't know now. Oh, it's just landing. Cool. Don't be that player, right? Be the player that says, oh, okay, where's the ball going to... Here, I'll do the same example. Be the player that sees the ball going like this, and you're like, oh, I think it's going to go up the wall because it's rolling towards the wall, right? And then chase it down, right? Get into a position. If the opponent looks like they're going to hit it, drop out of the player, right? Maybe you clear it. Oh, the opponent's going to clear it back. Get out, right? Maybe the opponent's trying to catch. Get up in his face, right? Maybe your teammate's positioning like this on the wall, right? Maybe start to creep up in the middle. Why? Because he has the space. And then as soon as he gets contested in the air, then you can get ready to re-drop back, right? Be ready for everything, right? Anticipate. This will help you not autopilot. This will help you play faster. Like I said, I have a lot of advice, but this is probably the best and the most needed for a lot of players based off of just what I've seen recently. I think this video is worth its weight in gold. Again, if you guys like the video, please just use the concepts. Like the video if you guys want to, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 10K by the end of the year, but I haven't been putting enough effort in, so I don't know if I'll hit it. That's on me though. But please, please, please use this advice. You will climb so fast. It'll make you faster again. You'll carry lobbies more because you'll be faster, and it'll help you from not autopiloting. Think about who's hitting the ball where. Again, that's it. I think that's everything. I think I talked about it perfectly. Again, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. Every question that you guys ask, it helps me improve as a coach because that just means I didn't explain it well enough, which I love improving. You guys should love improving. That's why we're here. That's why I'm coaching every game to the top rank. I will catch you guys in the next one. Much love. Peace.